Hello, hello, my lovelies, and come on and join me while I'm out here working on my mini farm, child. So I know you all are used to me saying, come on while I'm out here in my garden, be it chilling, working, chillaxing, harvesting, what have you. But today is all about the mini farm, okay? As you can see behind me, my chicken coop is up. You may even hear my little chickie babies, or might even see them run around during in their chicken run, because yes, the mini farm is in full effect. All right, so what I want to show you how to do is a cost-effective way to do nesting boxes. All right, so my chicken coop came with already individualized, so you know they can have their privacy while they are bringing forth life, or I'm gonna just say bringing forth some food, because I have no roosters. It's very much so feminine energy out here. All right, so because I am a frugal farmer and gardener, I love getting things from the Dollar Tree when I can. So what you will need for this brooder kit, these little cloth containers from the dollar store, and then I have some fake eggs here. I actually got these at Target for $3. This was around Easter time. I was using this as an arts and craft project with my students, and if you do not have white, you can use the Easter egg that you put candy in. Now I would say, if you can, if it's in your power to, if it's in your ability to do so, I would go ahead and paint the eggs, be it white or brown, just so you're not confusing the chickie babies too much. But yeah, and also for any teachers that are out there, I incubated. So basically, if you don't know what that is when you have a chicken egg and you have to basically nurse it to life and watch it hatch and stuff. I did that with my students, and one thing that I did to prepare them for the handling of the eggs is that I got those little Easter eggs, and I would always put something in there. So me being me, I would put candy from like another country or something, and especially if it was chocolate, I would do it because I would say like, okay, if your chocolate is melted, or I can clearly tell that it's been misshapen, either A, you cracked your egg open, or B, it was too hot for your chickie baby. So this is just one way that you can work with students, or maybe even your children at home, just to get them prepared if they're going to do an incubation or embryology project rather. All right, so we have 2 of the bins. Actually I have 3. I'm gonna unbox this or unwrap this with you all because I have 3 nesting boxes. We are going to need those pine wood shavings as well, and as I've already told you, the fake eggs. Now if you also want to be even more frugal, I have here shredded up old paper, because you can use that. And for all of you who like recycling or reusing things or upcycling them, yes, the paper shreds as well as the pine shavings, all of that can be used with your compost when you're getting up the chicken coop. All right, so let's start. I am going to start off by first giving a layer of the shredded paper in my nesting boxes. It's just, I like to mix it together. I put the pine shavings on top because the pine shavings provide more comfort for them. However, because of the depth of these boxes, and I'm going to change the angle in a moment, but because of the depth of these boxes, I want to give it something to kind of like fill in a little bit. So very similar to when I did the Daylily and Lily flower garden in the back in the plantainer. When you're working with something that is large, I always want to make sure that you're, giving some fill in, but still getting whatever you are planting or providing this for everything that I'm going to say she needs, because you can see some of my chickie babies. All right, for those of you who didn't know, I have 2 Dominic chicks back there. I have an Australope. I don't know why I pronounced it that way. Chick back there, as well as a golden lace, something that begins with a W. I call them Goldie, Nikki, Cardi, and Lulu. That's my crew right there. All right, so let me change the angle so you can see better what I'm doing. All right, so we in there. All right, so as you can see, I have my paper down, and now I'm getting ready to put in my pine wood shavings. because this is going to provide comfort, as well as, you know, we know how the chickie babies do in the event that they go to the bathroom up here too. It also helps with the smell, and once again, all of this can be used for compost. All right, so we all about the circle of life around these parts. All right, so you're not gonna fill it all the way up because you want to, you know, give some room for that chickie booty to be able to sit down and, you know, get comfortable, get a little comfortable. All right, so let me spread everything out very nicely. Okay, so you can see I still have some paper that is sticking up, so I'm going to do another layer once again because it's about the comfortability of your babies. Okay, I don't know how this is going to sound on the camera, but basically I'm loosening up these shavings because, you know, they pack them so tightly. And I mean, that's great and all, but when you be trying to do stuff on the run, you be like, I just need this to be right. Okay, and come right on out. All right, so let's see what we got going. Yes. So I'm not too worried about the few papers that are sticking up on the end, because chances of them being on the end, and now be mindful that they're going to move stuff around themselves as well. So I like to keep things looking neat, but that does not at all mean it's going to stay neat. And whoop. Alrighty, so let's get to our next one here. So as you can see, we got the paper all together, and now let's get some shavings popping off in there. So, and just random chick trivia. Chickens begin producing eggs at approximately 18 weeks. So my baby still got some time to go. But the reason why you do this with the nesting box is because you're trying to promote them to lay eggs here. Now, the first night my chickie babies spent in their coop, they actually, maybe they really like their, I'm gonna take these out because these are the only ones that are like sticking up and it's bothering me. So basically they spent the whole night, they had this whole coop, and I did close them up in the hen quarters just because they're still small, and you know, I worry about them because we're here in the city. So granted, I don't expect a fox or anything to jump out, but you know, I don't want no raccoons. We have cats that be wandering around here. I don't want none of them type of problems, because these chickie babies are exactly that. They're my babies. And as a mother, I'm going to do all that I can to protect them. So I lock them up in the hen quarters up top, which of course includes the nesting box areas as well as the roosting box. They spent all night in the nesting box, all four of them huddled up together. It was not cold. You can't tell me that they were cold. They just, I think they've gotten used to being inside, and inside I had them in like, I believe it's like a canary, or it was a small regular bird cage. So I think they've just gotten used to, as they grew, being on top of one another. But I'm trying to tell them that that's not the way of the world. They can have space. All right, so we shall see what happens tonight. As I said, I realize that they're quite young, but getting them ready. All right, so we got 2 of our nesting boxes done. So let's unwrap this one. And once again, I just want to show you the size. I think I put too much paper in this one. This is me just trying to push it down. Come on, shavings. And now, points that I just want to make known. If you don't want to use shavings, you can use hay, especially if you are in a colder region. So give an example with me being in Chicago, when the weather changes and you know, old man winter, that hawk come out here, I will change over from these shavings to hay. And you utilize the hay, yes, for comfort, but also for warmth. Whether or not you put a heating lamp in there, I've read some people decide not to. I do have a heating lamp that if I see that my babies are cold, I'm going to provide that for them. And I'm also going to insulate open areas of their cages once the fall time comes. Right now, I'm letting them get all that fresh breeze that they can get. And I still do provide a little tarp covering, so because you know, not all the time they want to be in the sun. I have learned that very quickly. So I have that for sunny days as well as rainy days. So now that we have this done, it's time to go ahead and put our 3 boxes in the actual nesting place in the coop. So join along with me as I do that. I love these little amenities of this coop. All right, so this here are the nesting areas. So as you can see, I put some paper down and stuff for them last night. But what I'm gonna go ahead and just sit the nesting boxes that we have prepared right on in there. You see how it's a nice little fit? So I have seen in some cases where the nesting boxes were like $30, and I'm not paying that. So literally for the shavings at Petsmart, it was like maybe $3.99, $4.99. Like I said, these little fake eggs were $3, and of course the container was from the Dollar Tree, so exactly $1. And then paper shredding, it cost me nothing but electricity to shred them up, but it was garbage anyway. All right, and now we have our nesting area all good to go. So by all means, you can put more than 1 egg in there. I'm not putting more than 1 egg because, like I said, my babies are still itty bitty, they're still little. But I just want them to get accustomed to this is what's gonna happen up there. Yes, this can be your kicking it chilling zone, but for the most part, I want this to be where I'm gonna have fresh eggs daily. You feel me?